if you have prepared example, one figure, all skeleton, and another figure, all muscle, no problem. It is correct, the exercise. Of course, depending on the quality. You have to present exactly the correct proportion of bones and muscle. So, it's the same if you are presenting one page inside bones and muscle, or two different pages, muscle and bone. It's the same, okay? It's the same exercise. For me, it's only one. Okay? Clear? But I have to see bones and muscle. It's free if you are decided to show male or female. Better female, I think, for you. Okay? I haven't, but you know. Three faces, okay, common expression, and two different kind of expression, modifying the eyes or modifying the mouth. You remember? One exercise, it's not three, it's only one. One page on this kind of paper. Do you have something, Jafar? Do you have my explanation about the faces?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. If some though, it's possible to see if you have the original to remember. Okay, but here 6 centimeters the length. You have to present common, normal face without different kind of gaze expression, and two different expression here. Smiling, soft smiling, or a little bit angry. Okay, different expression. Okay, this is one exercise. And then there is this kind of program showing 5 different pages. The first is, of course, the first is this one, okay, and the last is this one. The step, the working in progress, must be the sketch showing the movement and the evolution of your figure exam, showing only the leg on the ground, then all the figure, all the outline, but everything is on the lecture. So everything is on the lecture. Okay, but don't worry, if you want to take a picture, no problem, but everything I'm explaining and showing it's on the lecture. And then, not complete like this one dummy showing a little part, little small part, some muscle and some bones. Okay, don't show everywhere one side and the other side. For me, it's enough to see a little part of the shoulder muscle and a little part of the thigh bones. Or the connection with the pelvis zone, if you want to explain why and when you are walking, the movement of the pelvis, but not all the skeleton and all the muscle. Of course, following exactly the movement of the picture you are showing on the program. The fourth step, of course, is same like third, without construction, without axis, but dressed, following exactly the garment on the picture. So this bikini must be equal, same, and showing feature, face, and shading. Okay, because it's important if you are using this step, showing shading by pencil and by shading pencil, and of course at home or here, if you want to scan this figure and then to print on this paper, I agree. Or if you prefer to trace your figure, the same. Of course, in class it's impossible. In class, but at home or downstairs, scan is possible if you want. If you using scanner, of course, if you are scanning this picture, you have just prepared, example, the shading. It's possible to print the figure just correct and the shading everything. I think it's important. But like you prefer. It's important for me to see all the 5 steps. Okay? If it's lacking only one of this program, the book is not sufficient. Okay?
Is it better for you if we scan our
No.
drawings?
No, absolutely. Please, if you are using my sketches, immediately the book is faded and you are fine. Absolutely. Use your.
No, obviously mine. But can we scan it and then give it to each other?
You have to use your.
Yeah, my own.
Okay. Please, be careful. Don't use mine. If you are using mine and then you are coloring my sketches, of course. It's a okay. It's okay. Everything is clear. Very nice. Now, it's time to talk about male figure.